Okay guys, so I'm going to be teaching us how to produce a band, just a band like this. Are you seeing it? This is the skate band. So now let me teach us how to produce this skate band. It's very simple. All you have to do is to know that the width is mostly like 4.5 inches. Do you understand? Now look at it. The width is mostly 4.5 inches. Are you seeing it? Okay, 4.5. You can also reduce it depending on the kind of band you want. If you want a high waist band, it has to be bigger than this. Do you understand? I mean, this particular one is 4.5. So now talking about the length is dependent on the skate waist. Do you understand? In this case, the skate waist is 30 inches. So 30 plus 5. Please always add 5 inches extra as constant. Do you understand? You can even add more than 5 inches. But let's say 30 plus 5 is what? 35. Now look at it. This is up to 35. Are you seeing it? Okay. So that is how to do it. So the next thing you are supposed to do is to now look at it. Now you have it like this. Next thing you need to do is use your gum stay and gum stay on it. Use your gum stay and gum on it. This white thing you are seeing is an interfacing. Do you understand? Use it on it. Do you understand? Interfacing. We have different types of interfacing that you can use. We have the normal gum stay, that is the medium. We have the very hard one, and we have the soft gum stay. Whichever one you use at this very point is okay, but don't use the very, very hard gum stay. Do you understand? Yes, interfacing. You can use the soft one and you can use the medium one. As you can see, I actually use the medium one. Look at it here. So after you are done, now next thing you need to do is to come to one side. Make sure you fold half an inch. Are you seeing it? When you fold this half an inch, take your iron just like this. Are you seeing it? And iron it out. Look at it. Take your iron and iron it out. Are you seeing it? The next thing you are supposed to do is now fold another one. Now how do you fold another one? Now look at this particular place very, very well. It's very, very important. Some persons fold and make it to be equal like this. That is very wrong. Some persons fold and remain half inch. That is wrong also. For me, that is wrong. All you have to do is fold and make sure you remain quarter inch. Are you seeing it? Fold and make sure you remain how many? Quarter inch. Now look at it here. We have folded and we have remained what? Quarter inch. So make sure you iron it. Make sure the quarter inch is consistent from beginning to the end. Do you understand? Okay, so that is how to produce the band. Then I'm going to show you guys how to sew it on the skate. Do you understand? It is not hard. It's very, very simple. I'm going to be doing that right now. So guys, the next thing we are going to be doing now, this is our 6-piece skate. Now you can see that place I say we should use a loose stitch and sew. This is why we are doing that. Do you understand? Just open it out. Make sure you don't exceed that place you double stitched. Do you understand? Which is the hip length. Make sure you don't do that. Okay, so now when you have loosened it out, that's the essence. Now another essence of sewing it is to make sure that after ironing it, we will now be seeing the ironing line. It's going to help us when we are fixing the zip. Now next thing is to fix the band. Now look at how to fix the band. Are you seeing it? Make sure that the front side of the band, that is the right side of the band, is facing the right side of the fabric. Are you seeing it? Now, so that when we finish sewing it, you can see how it's going to be. Now let's see how it's going to be when we finish sewing it. It's going to be turning towards this side. Are you seeing it? Now place it again. Let's see. Okay, now you seeing how we are placing it. Okay, so that is how we are going to be sewing. So let's sew with half an inch. Please remember we left quarter inch. Let's sew with half an inch. Do you understand? Okay, so let's do that, guys. So guys, there's something I really want to show us. Before we started sewing it, you will notice that there is a particular way of finishing that we wanted to use and finish it. Now look at that allowance coming out there from the band. Are you seeing it? Just half an inch is very much okay because we want to use it and finish it. Now see how we are going to be finishing our band. Now look at it. Are you seeing it? Fold it this way. Now when you fold, don't just fold it. Remember you actually iron the band. Now make sure that you are folding according to how you ironed it, and you are seeing that extra coming out. Are you seeing it? That is the reason why we remained quarter inch when we are producing the band. Do you understand? For those of you that don't know the reason, that is the reason, because of this quarter inch, and it's going to make it to relax. So let's sew it there. Let's sew it. This is actually going to close it, guys. Okay, so guys, on this other side, just do the same thing. Fold it the way we folded on the other side. Are you seeing it? Now fold according to how you folded before. When you do that, you see that a quarter inch will be remaining on the other side. Are you seeing it? So close it. Now let's point the place we are going to be closing. Close it. Are you seeing it? From that part, close it. Then cut off the excess of the band we have there. Let's close it, guys. Now take your scissors and cut it out. Are you seeing? Now turn it. Let's see. Turn it. Now are you seeing it? This is how to finish the edge of a band. Now next thing we are going to be doing is that we are going to be closing it. We are going to be using hemming gum to put under that band so as to hold it tight for us so that we can come and sew on top of it. So guys, like I said, we are going to be using the hemming gum in order to gum this. Now what we are going to be first doing is we are going to keep this thing like this. First, you can go ahead to use iron and iron it down. Okay, then next thing you need to do is use hemming gum. Hemming gum is just something like this. Now hemming gum is just like an interfacing. The only difference there is that interfacing, there is only gum on one side, while a hemming gum, there's gum on both sides. So when you place it like this, and use it and gum, it's going to keep this in place. Do you understand? When you try to open it, it's not going to open. Do you understand? Okay, now for those of you that don't know what hemming gum is, how it looks like, my own has finished. I'm trying to use the little one I have. Just look at it over there on top on the screen. You see it there. So next thing you need to do, when you have placed it, take your iron and iron it out. Do you understand? Yes, that is exactly what you do till you iron to the end part. Okay, now when you are done ironing, you see that you try to open it, it will be very, very hard because the hemming gum has actually done its work. Remember I told you guys there is gum on both sides of the hemming gum, so it will keep it in one place. Are you seeing it? Just take it like this and the gum. We are going to be using stitch and stitch on top of here. See, is either you stitch at the very edge, do you understand, or you stitch in between the stitch that we already have here. Do you understand? Remember this place they joint the band and the material. You can open it up, stitch there so that it will be invisible. Nobody is going to be saying it. Do you understand? So that is what we are going to be doing. So let's go back to the machine. Whenever you are sewing, just find a matching zip. Now for you to get matching zip, it must not be this green. It can be this color, it can be this, it can be this, provided that the color is on the material. Always find that color which is much on the material. So that color, so that whenever you fix it, it's not going to be too obvious that the color is a little bit different to the material. Okay, so we are going to be turning this cloth. Let's see the back side. Yes. Now look at it, guys. Are you seeing the back side now? Okay. Now I'm going to be teaching you this. I'm going to be now look, this is the front part of the zip. Are you seeing? This is the kind of zip you are using. There are different types of zip. Are you seeing it? So now I'm going to be starting from down. I love starting from down whenever I'm sewing my zip. Now the reason for this is because it's like when I start from down, I sew this side. Then when I want to sew this side, I'll now make sure that the skirt, the upper part, this waist side, they are equal. Sometimes I notice that most people, when they are making their skirt, when they finish, you notice that one part is longer. Sometimes I think that the reason is because of some people used to start at the upper part, and at the end of the day they start from the down part. Before you know it, one is longer. That's just one of the reasons. There are other reasons that might actually cause it. So I'm going to be starting from the down part. So in order to do that, first of all, I want to tell you guys something. What I'm using on my machine is not a zipper foot. We have zipper foot. You understand? You can get one and use it and get a perfect stitching, but I'm not going to be using a zipper foot. I'm going to be using my normal footer. Okay, so look at it, guys. Are you seeing the front part of the zip? Okay, now take it and place it here. Are you seeing this side of the allowance? Are you seeing it? Iron has done its work for us by showing us, by differentiating. Are you seeing it? Okay, take it and place like this. I did not say you should take this metal part and place exactly where the opening stops. No, take it and just get past it a little bit. Some people even used to leave SS, but don't leave SS. Just like 1 inch or ½ inch after that point. Place it like this at the middle. Now we are going to be keeping it like this. Now look at it. Are you seeing it? Now look at it from here. Are you seeing it? Place it like this. Let this place be hitting the middle side. Okay, and now we are going to be sewing from here all the way down to here. Now which part are we going to be following? Look at it. Iron has already showed us. That's why I said first of all, close everything, iron, before you put your zip. Are you seeing it? So this is the part we are going to be following. So let's start sewing. So guys, for you to sew, first of all, you need to backstitch. You need to backstitch. Okay, so now that I've backstitched, let me place my needle very well. Okay, now do something like this. Do something like this. Now make sure, always see, hold it like this. Always make sure that this one now, we are going to be placing it on that particular line. Do you understand? Okay, now you now start sewing. Start sewing. Make sure you follow this part of the zip. Let me show you. As you are sewing, follow this part of it very close to this particular thick side. Are you seeing? Don't go out from that place. If not, your zip is not going to look professional. So now look at it. From here, take it and place on that line. Okay, carefully sew. Now still follow that line, guys. Follow that line to the end of the stitching. Follow it to the end of the stitching, guys. Now make sure you back stitch, guys. Now that we are done on this side, are you seeing it? We are done. Now look at it, it's looking very nice. We are done on this very part. So next thing you need to do is, now look at it, do something like this. Turn it. Let's turn it. Are you seeing it? I've turned it. Now also look at that same spot that iron did something for you. Are you seeing it? Now look at it. Are you seeing that same spot? That's the spot you are going to be placing it. Now let's place it, guys. Look at it. Make sure that here is equal to this very side. This is why I usually start from the down part. Are you seeing it? Make sure that here is very, very close. Are you seeing it? Okay, something like this. And also make sure that whatever that is remaining here is the same thing that is remaining here. Do you understand? This is how you know that it is equal. So now let's start sewing. Okay, so we are going to start sewing from here. Are you seeing it? Just the same way we did on this very side. So after you are done doing that, I want to show you guys something. Now I want to show you guys that both of them are equal. As you can see, they are equal. Are you seeing it? They are equal. Everywhere is equal. So all you have to do is to open up the zip. Now let's open the zip. Now you can see we have SS here. Are you seeing it? Okay. Now we have opened the zip, and this is what we have. Are you seeing it? So we are going to be doing something now. Now look at it. Put this zip inside. Are you seeing how it is? Like this. The zip is like this. Put it inside, just like this. Are you seeing it? Okay. Now make sure it's relaxing when you put it inside. Then do something like this. Are you seeing it? Take it this way. Now you have something like this. So we are going to be top stitching on top of here. Please, I want to tell you something. There are different ways of finishing a scale, but this particular one is to make sure that you can be able to do amendments for your customer. Do you understand? Okay. So when you are done, next thing you need to do now is you need to back stitch. Do you understand? You need to back stitch. Okay. Now look at it. Is whenever you want to remove your extra thread, please don't use your hand. Use your scissors, else it may affect your work. Now look at it, guys. Are you seeing it? Okay. Now look at it. It's sealed. Do you understand? Okay. Next thing you need to do is to cut off this particular one. But there's something I usually advise my students. I used to advise them that before you cut it out, make sure that your customer has fitted, so that if there is any error, you can be able to adjust without thinking that I've cut out my zip. Do you understand? Okay, so let's cut it out. So let's do the same thing on this very side, guys. Are you seeing it? Let's fold it like this. Okay, let's do something like this. Then we are going to be back stitching severally or reverse stitching severally at this particular side. Now next thing, look at it, guys. So now that you are done, look at it. Next thing we need to do is to cut off the excess. So at the end of the day, we are done fixing the zip. Please take your scissors and cut out the excess thread, so as for your work to look very tidy and neat. Next thing also you need to do is you need to go and do your final ironing. Iron the zip. Do you understand? Okay. And look at it. We are done. Are you seeing the zip? Look at it here. Are you seeing it? It's looking very nice. We are done. So close it up. Are you seeing it? Very nice. Very fun. So look at the band here. Are you seeing it? Okay.